I'm not hurting bad for the points, so why don't we see what the issue with Von Warmack is? And sure enough, that one gets picked. What in the world? So far in this Florida State Dynasty on College Football 26, this season has changed pretty fast. We're 4-1 now with 3 straight wins, and the offense just put up the best game of the season against Memphis. And for the first time all year, Florida State is getting top 25 votes. Clemson felt like survival, but then Memphis felt like growth. And now the recruiting board is starting to move too. We have 8 commits already, including Reggie Clements, a 5-star wide receiver who could become a huge piece of this offense later. Miami is ranked number 6 in the country. They are 5-1, and they're coming off of a bye week. Their defense is 94 overall, and on top of all that, it is Florida State and Miami. So this is not just another big game. This is the first game where it feels like Florida State has something real to lose. We have top 25 hopes, we have recruiting momentum, and after Clemson and Memphis, it finally feels like this offense might be waking up. Puglisi has been steady, Bo Jackson has become the player who can change the whole feel of this offense, and Aaron Boone keeps giving us reasons to believe he can be one of the future pieces here. But none of that matters if Miami takes it away. And when you look at the rest of the schedule, this is not exactly the part of the season where things get easier. We have a ranked Pitt, NC State, and SMU, and then we also have Florida waiting for us at the end of the year. Alright, Miami on the road, and this already feels different. Once again, we're facing a team with a lot of good skill positions, but not the best offensive line, but apparently it doesn't matter when you face SFU. It's actually not true. We have the nation's #1 rush defense. Would like them to prove that here on this next play, though. Faking the handoff and quickly running out of bounds after a gain of 7. One thing that might help us is making sure our best edge rusher is out there on the field. He was not on the last 2 plays. And now, here goes their quarterback on the option. It doesn't look like we have anyone there for him. And Miami striking first. Jaden Mayava just slowly flew down the field. I don't know how we didn't have a single player there to catch him. Last week, we were able to put up 45 points against Memphis. Don't expect that here today. Probably looking at another close one. At least I'm hoping. Quickly getting it out left to Boone. And he's met immediately after a gain of 4. So a quick 3rd down here for FSU. Don't want to have to punt it immediately. Thankfully, Bo Jackson fights. Nothing there on 1st down, makes it 2nd and 9, but Puglisi is pressured quickly and sacked. That was the last thing we needed to happen right there. And now we just have to take what we can get and have to punt it. Defense showed a little more backbone. Now we need to answer. We need to put some points on the board here. Goes Bo Jackson. And another injury timeout, same player too. If we get 1 or 2 more of those from Bo, we should be able to silence this crowd a bit. Quick pass left for Boone. He cuts upfield. Just trying to establish some rhythm for this offense. Gonna call a screen now to Bo. Getting out there on the right side. Good block setting up. I might have mentioned it in the last episode. Bo Jackson has a play style deal breaker. And I do think our running back needs rushing yards and not receiving yards. So gonna try to run more with him. And look at this acrobatic catch from Boone. Whenever I saw this pass come out, I thought it was going to be too far out in front, but Boone able to dive out for it and secure the catch. Really good play by the freshman. Anyway, 3 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter. Gotta call a play because of the penalty. Puglisi finding Pittman again. He gets 5 yards back. From 58, this kick is up and no good. Did not have the distance on it, just barely sneaking under the crossbar. Mayava and this offense already in field goal range unless we can get a sack here. I am going to try to send some pressure, but this might be bad. Oh, wow, we did get the sack. Sammy Brown with the blazing 90 speed, able to bring down Mayava. I saw him, and Mayava didn't. Lofton was wide open right here, and he just didn't have enough time to look over there to see him. That sack did exactly what I wanted, took them out of field goal range, but after the punt, oh man, Bo Jackson, oh, one man to beat. That could have been our longest touchdown ever on the channel. Man, did my eyes light up when I saw how much green was in front of me. We were really one play away from getting the biggest play I've ever had on the channel. Can't imagine what this season would look like if we hadn't picked him up through the transfer portal. Getting close to midfield here. We'll hand it off to Bo again. And here's another first down. Gotta switch it up here a bit. Calling 5 wide for this 3rd down and 9 play. I do not like our chances here. Got a little bit scared. Thought they were about to sack me. Could just feel the controller vibrating. But Alex Perry, he's starting to come into his own. Started the season pretty slow, but the last 3 games he's been involved. Aaron Boone, of course, leads the way for us receiving. Looking his way this time, not able to find him. 3rd and 10 now from the 29. Puglisi dumps it off here to Bo Jackson on the screen. He gets closer for the field goal. Right now, I know points are super important, but it is taking everything in me to not go for it. Gonna take the 3. Hopefully, if we don't miss it, sneak in. Oh, okay. Oh man, I thought it was about to knock right off that upright. So Miami tacked on a field goal before we go into halftime to extend their lead by a touchdown, and I gotta say, these two teams look pretty even right now. Florida State just has to put a touchdown on the board. We do start the second half on offense. Gonna try to get Puglisi some rhythm going, maybe silence that crowd a bit. Already a big 3rd down here to start the second half. Not seeing anything that he likes. Puglisi's going to be intercepted off the tip and now returned for a pick 6. I thought we looked good to begin this game, but it's already looking like it might get out of control here. Here's a screen pass out left, but thankfully swallowed up. Sammy Brown was the first one to meet him there. For 3rd and 10. Screen pass to the tight end. Here goes Lofton making a move. He's going to get a first down. Miami is looking really good right now. I can't figure out anything to call against them. Here's Lofton again, hanging on through the hit. And of course, Lofton averaging 2 catches, 30 yards a game, but now he has 6 for like 78 yards. No big deal. And now they'll go on the ground. That's proving to be a bad idea. They just need to throw it to Lofton every play. But they take him off the field for this one. Now throwing the screen pass. Here goes Malachi Tony. He gets them inside the 10. This is about to get really ugly if we can't get them off the field. Or at least just hold them to a field goal. Come on, defense. Bend, but don't break. Hold them right here. Wide open, man. Great throw by Mayava. I just had to take a moment and pause and look through the play-by-play sheet. I was trying to figure out what was going on and how we just went from 10-3 to 24-3 in 1 quarter. Not even a full quarter at that. And I accidentally got ahead of myself and passed the ball 9 times in a row. So that could be why it felt like they had an answer for everything, because I was being very predictable and just passing every single time. So now how about some RPO to Bo Jackson? It's not completely hopeless right now. If we can get a few things to go our way, and if Boone blocked right there, we could have gotten a lot more. Man, I really feel like if we had not gone away from Bo early in the 3rd quarter, this game could be so much different right now. It doesn't feel like long ago we were only down by 7. Big 4th down coming right here. Javen Boggs converts though. Okay, that throw was huge. We still got time in this one. If we can score quickly, Get the ball back. I think there's a pretty good chance for us. Puglisi finding Javen Boggs again. Really good throw from Puglisi, but I don't think we should get away from the run game right now. Let's hand it off to Bo. He's going to move the chains and get us inside the 5. It seems like they figured out my plan to feed Bo. He's the main target on this play again, but we're going to go Randy Pittman's way. He's wide open on the drag. Everybody looking Bo's way, I guess. Finally putting our first touchdown on the board. Only 7 minutes to go here. This one's going to come down to the wire. So we need a quick 3 and out here to get the ball back to our offense. And that's what we need, man. Loss of 7. Huge third down for this defense. And they're going to do some RPO. Sammy Brown's all over it. Our hopes are not shattered yet. We still have life in this one. The run game is still feasting right now. But I cannot ignore that Bo Jackson is severely banged up right now with -8 speed and a ton of other attributes being affected. The offense took a long time to figure it out on the last drive, but now the defense has just given us exactly what we needed. Gonna throw a screen out right for Pringle. He makes a move and gets around a man. Oh, who have we had redshirted? Across midfield here. Puglisi fakes it to Pringle. Now looking for Javen Boggs. Good catch. Coverage looked really solid on the last play. Puglisi found the right target though, I think. Now switching the play at the line. Gonna run it here for Pringle. Making all kinds of little moves. Need just a little bit more urgency here from the offense. We still have to get the ball back again. This is a bad throw. And intercepted. And that might do it right there. Puglisi throwing his second interception of the game. This time knocking on the door of the red zone. And Miami might have done it. Miami is going to run this thing out. And that one hurts because this game was 10-3 at halftime. We were ugly on offense, but we were still right there. And Miami is just throwing it right in our faces on the last play because why not? So Miami does shatter the top 25 hopes for now. And as frustrating as that is, I do think this game told us something important. Clemson and Memphis made it feel like this team was starting to turn a corner, but Miami reminded us that there is still another level that we have not reached yet. The offense found the answer with Bo, but we found it way too late. And when I had one more chance to get us back in it, I of course panicked and threw an interception. But not all the interceptions were my fault in this game. I wanted to revisit the play where we threw a pick 6 and essentially snowballed into us completely collapsing in this game. Puglisi throws a great ball. The defender's back was turned. Alex Perry, he makes a play on the ball. Hands on it. Completely. Like, just squeeze it and fall down at that point. But he bobbles it and right into the hands of the DB. Perry sees that and just stumbles. And there he goes. Easy pick 6. And that was all she wrote after that pretty much. So now this Virginia matchup matters a lot more than it did originally. Because after a loss like that, the next game is not just another one on the schedule. It's the response to taking a heavy loss. Now, Virginia is not Miami. They're not the number 6 team in the country, but that almost makes this more important in a different way. Because if we come out flat here, then Miami did not just beat us, they will have changed the entire direction of this season. So this game is about getting back to what actually works. Bo needs to be the main part of this offense early. Puglisi needs to settle back in. He's coming off his worst game all season. And now this team needs to show that one bad quarter against Miami is not about to turn this into a bad stretch. This game is not about making some huge statement, it's about responding the right way. But right now, Virginia is looking good on this drive. That's their first bad play, really. I want to come out clean, get Bo involved, stop playing desperate, and prove that Miami was a lesson. And here's a strike to the tight end. Good throw. because our pass coverage has honestly been abysmal this season. There's no reason a 59 overall team should already have 50 passing yards on their first possession. And this is quite shocking here. I don't think Virginia has a punter or a kicker. They just punted from the 26-yard line. Last week, it was pretty rough. 3 interceptions for Puglisi, the most he's done all season. Yet another third down here for Florida State. This is like the second or third of the game. Puglisi finding Boone. He's going to make a move inside, getting up to the 21-yard line. Good catch and run there by the young stud. Neither team able to get on the board in the first quarter. And FSU facing yet another third down. Puglisi dumping this one off to Bo Jackson on the left side, and that block's gonna hold up for him. He struts right into the end zone and puts us on the board first. Morris making a few adjustments at the line. Defense not getting any pressure, but that's a wild pass. Here goes the punt returner. They could not get anything under it. That's a running back trying to punt it. And we are going to get a punt return before we ever get an interception or a fumble. Are you absolutely serious right now? I'm not going to complain. I'll take it. But that's what happens when you don't recruit special teams, I guess. So Virginia looks promising on their opening drive, but it is quickly getting away from them here. Simpkins with a good carry, though. Big third down here for Virginia. They're in field goal range, but I guess technically not for this team. Doesn't matter, though. They got their tight end, Justin James, wide open. It's first and goal now here for Virginia, and they are going to get on the board. Looks solid, that drive. So they're down but not out, cutting into the lead now. Just hit the 2-minute warning. We've got a third and short here. They're stacking the box. I don't think I can run it here. Might have a chance one-on-one on that left side with Antoine Perry. Oh, wow, he tried with one hand and couldn't get it. 3rd and 10. They're definitely not in field goal range from here. What's he gonna do? Rolling out to his right and just takes it out of bounds. So with no kicker, they are gonna try to throw a Hail Mary from the 22. Deep shot and deflected. We couldn't get our first interception off the tip drill. Come on. And yeah, big thing there is 174 passing for them with 50 yards rushing. We don't even have 100 yards total. If Bo Jackson's name isn't called at least 4 times on this drive, it's a failure. He'll get the first carry, only 3 yards. On second down, Puglisi's going to go to the air, and he finds his tight end, Randy Pittman Jr., flying down the left side. It's 2nd down and 4. Right up the middle goes Bo. And he'll get a good gain up to the 25. Got to be keying in on him now. I think this is a good time to come out in the RPO. Puglisi looking right for Boone, but met quickly. Gain of 1. Let's try to catch him off guard a bit here. Send Bo in motion out of the backfield. And Boone's going to get wide open over the middle. That's an easy walk-in touchdown. And we increase our lead. That was our best drive this game by far. And under heavy pressure, down goes MJ Morris for another sack. Backing them up to the 18 on that one. Backing them up all the way to the 18. Morris scrambling out to his left. We have a spy on him though. Now 3rd and 15. Morris heavily pressured, and we had another spy on him. We know what he wants to do. Not a good punt for them, so that gives us great starting field position. We're already at the 22-yard line after 1 run. And after last week, throwing 3 interceptions, I wouldn't mind throwing 3 touchdowns. That catch put us at the 6. We have Bo Jackson, so I'm going to call the RPO. Definitely just want to hand it off to him, though. Right up the middle, squeezing his way in. And now it looks like Florida State's starting to run away with it. From the 20, they hand it off and met immediately. Marquise Lightfoot able to cause some havoc on that last play. Now testing our best cornerback, Kai Bates, but he lets that one up. We are just not good against the pass. So a 59 overall team should not be able to do whatever they want through the air like that. And are we ever going to get a turnover? I can't seem to put us in the position to get one. Clock winding down here. Virginia is running out of time. And on this play, Morris ran out of time, but still able to find a man. And Roberts tried his best to get the first. Virginia getting pressed here by the defensive backs. And a deep shot there on the left side is going to be led up by Quindarius Jones. I said we were pressing, and I guess that wasn't the right call that time. Virginia only down by a single score now, and imagine if we hadn't got that punt return. Okay, this offense has slowed down way too much in the second half, and this is the time where they can really shine. Handing it off to Turbo Richards, he gets a decent little gain. How is this the same Florida State team that beat Clemson, man? Like, what is this right now? 3rd and 8, struggling against a 59 overall team. Turbo Richard able to turn on the Jets and pick up the first down. It's been very, very close. They still have a chance. Spent all their timeouts. If they can get us to go 3 and out now on this. But Turbo putting the team on his back right now. That was 8. I gotta say, I'm very impressed with Virginia. They made this one extremely close when it didn't have to be. Couldn't do much in the 4th quarter, but able to barely pull away. Bo Jackson, 2 touchdowns, 69 yards on the ground. But I will say, struggling against a 59 overall team, not even eclipsing 200 yards, it feels kind of bad. And even Bo Jackson had his worst performance in the last few games. And then Aaron Boone, 7 catches, 100 yards, and a score. Yeah, defensively, no turnovers yet. But maybe one day, get tons of TFLs and sacks, but just no interceptions yet. Before we go any further, I found some 4-stars that aren't getting any offers on them right now. So I can do a little bit of scouting, and our first player is not going to be the fastest back, but hey, 93 acceleration, I'll take that. He could be a decent player after a redshirted season. After him, we've got Grant Banks, and we are already on his board. And a contact seeker with 83 speed. Yeah, that's all you Cardinals. I'm not hurting bad for the points, so why don't we see what the issue with Von Warmack is? Why isn't anyone going after this 5-star receiver? 88 speed is not the greatest, but hey, that's startable. 91 medium route running, 91 agility, 82, oh my lord. Oh, the only downside I see is he is 5'7", 160. So he's pretty similar to Aaron Boone, a little bit slower, but being a 5-star gem, top 15 player with no one going after him, yeah, I'll take that. One thing I forgot to mention was we're already close to signing the #1 player in the recruiting class, Joe Purvis, and he just visited here against Virginia. So before he commits, why don't we go ahead and see what we might be working with next week. And he is a bust, but he's got 3 mental abilities and a platinum blow-up ability. Pretty solid. I like his coverage. Pretty strong. And of course, Joe Purvis, the #1 player in the nation from Wyoming, commits to FSU. So that brings up the current recruiting class up to 12 total recruits. And the way that I have recruited this season, there's no chance of them decommitting. I tend to avoid play style and all that. Don't like that deal breaker whatsoever. After Miami, I wanted to see this team come out and look settled again. I wanted to see the offense get back to what worked. I wanted Bo involved early, and I wanted Puglisi to calm things down. More than anything, I wanted this team to respond like Miami was just one bad game. And we did respond, but we barely got through it. Virginia is a 59 overall team, and they were right there with us late in the game. We punted way too many times, and the offense kept stalling out, and the pass defense is becoming a real problem. And that is the part that worries me most, because Miami exposed it, Virginia attacked it. And if teams keep throwing on us like this, then the rest of the season starts looking a lot more dangerous. And now we go on the road to Pitt. They're ranked number 15, they're 6-1, and after the way these last two games have looked, that matchup feels a lot more uncomfortable than it did a week ago, especially considering they just beat Miami 28-21. So yes, we are still having a good season, we are still alive, and we do have pieces to build around, but this team is not comfortable. This is not a team that is rolling through the schedule. This is a team that is scraping by, trying to fix problems before the schedule punishes us. Miami showed us the ceiling is not as close as it felt. Virginia just showed us the floor might be lower than I wanted. And now, Pitt gets the next chance to prove which one is actually true. If you've made it this far, I appreciate y'all watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care. Peace.